Okay, welcome guys. We're gonna start soon. Just hang in there. Hello AAG. How has it been in the last 3 days of circuit breaker, stay at home? I believe many of you are finding a very interesting time to bond with your family, and some of you may start to find that the children are getting the nerve of you, just like mine started to, and maybe your wife and your husband can't stand you, right? Well, that is what the 30 days is about, right? So this is the best time for you to rebond with your family, and I just seek you to be patient. We actually don't have 30 days, we only left with about 21 days, I think, 22 days, right? So let's begin. Thanks for tuning in. This session is a result of what we hacked out in the last 3 days with my management team, AAG management team, together with the division head. So I just want to do a sound test. Can anyone see and hear me? Okay, if you can hear me, just type in the chat. I hope I'm loud enough this time. Okay, so let's see. Okay, great. We got 300 of you tuning in. That's good, but where are the rest of you? Okay, some of you tell me that it's quite challenging to do in the daytime. It is true. So anyway, let's get through this fast. We have come together to share with you how do you take advantage of this period when it's a downtime for most of the agents out there in the market. Today, we're going to equip you with the ability to continue your business so that it's business as unusual. Okay, so let me show you. Let me bring out my slides. Okay. Right, so today's session is going to share with you about the circuit breaker, how we can help you during this period of emerging from it stronger, because we know that the circuit breaker is a temporary measure that will not last forever. But if you stop your business today, then you're going to be in trouble, because in the next 30 days, if you don't have any listings or new stock coming into your supply, you're going to have a problem. When the market turns, your supply might be consumed very fast. Okay, so let me just bring up to the screen. So we're going to talk about the circuit breaker. So I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, if you can see my screen, just say yes, right? Okay, welcome guys. We're going to start soon. Just hang in there. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off the other monitoring device. Right, okay, so we will talk about how do you survive in this period using our AAG circuit breaker strategy. We call the AAG business continuity framework. Okay, and moving on. Right, so these are a series of action plans that you can apply step by step in this period. You know me, I am a very practical person. I don't have a lot of theory to mindset, that kind of stuff, because mindset is about yourself. So we are going to do is the business continuity is the action plan for this. Okay, so moving on. Now, what COVID-19 is going to transform the industry in the next few years is going to change the way how we do our business. So as Alan Leong said, it is not CEO or CTO that drive technology change. It's COVID-19 that's going to drive technology change going forward. Okay, so now what you would observe in the next few weeks is that These are the three most actively used platforms by our target customer. Because every day they are so bored at home, they will look at Facebook to gossip about themselves, among themselves, and they may even post their own pictures or their exercise video to just entertain everyone else. Okay, to show you that we also live as usual at home, right? But most of us will spend a lot of time on YouTube because YouTube now is where we can get a lot of upgrading program, and therefore I would say that you must be on YouTube and Facebook in order to survive in this period. Okay, so to survive in this period, you must also make sure that you're always on the top of Property Guru. Now, some of you may say, well, if there's no viewing, what would the tenant do? The tenant who need a house or the buyer who needs to upgrade or downgrade, they will still look at Property Guru, no matter what. So because they cannot go and do viewing, they will still do their research on Property Guru. And therefore, it becomes more important that you must make sure that you're on the top of the three platforms that I listed here. So today's strategy that I'm going to share with you is related to this. Okay? So looking back at the slides, downtime is actually the best time for you to prospect right at home. And many of you say that how to prospect at home when I can't even go and meet my customer. Well, that's where today's session is about. Okay? Our agent's work today is break into 4 stages. As you can see, we are doing prospecting, marketing, viewing, and closing. And these are the 4 stages that every day, every month, this is the cycle that we went through. Get some stocks, try to promote it, show some people, and hopefully make some money out of it. But you must be thinking, how are we going to do these 4 stages? Alright? So, this is where we unveil to you what we call our AAG Business Continuity Framework. Now, this framework allows you to do the 4 stages that we talk about easily by being able to continue at various stages. And every stage, one by one, I'm going to show you how do you leverage on all this. First, well, you can't do a lot of cold calling. In fact, you can still do cold calling at home for FSBO using our FSBO function in Instant Pro. But what I want you to do at this moment in time is to do what we call a warm calling. Okay? A warm calling is a social reconnection with all your friends, past customers, don't care is in Singapore, in Malaysia, or even in China. Reconnect with them through video call. This is called social reconnection. Why did I say this is because last night I have a video call with Ivy and their team leader for a chit chat. And we did it in the night about 5 plus. And it's quite interesting for us because I find that it was a very good heart-to-heart sharing. So I'm thinking, wow, it really feels like I'm talking to somebody face-to-face, we're sitting together. So what I'm trying to share with you is how to do a warm calling using technology. Okay? Now for them, they were using Zoom, but I will encourage you to use Google Hangout Meet because Zoom, for the host who start the meeting, you have a limit of 40 minutes per meeting. But if you use Google Hangout Meet, you can bring all your friends together and there's no limit to how long you can stay in the chat. Okay? So then what do you say to them? Well, you say to them, yo friends, stay at home very bored, huh? Long time no see you guys, huh? How about let's meet up for a coffee, beer, or even wine tonight, remotely, catch up at 10 PM over Google Meet. Right? Long time never see you all, just talk out a bit also can, right? Because my company gave me a free account that allowed me to host remote meeting videos. So later I send you guys the link, then you just stand by your beer, stand by your coffee, stand by your wine. let's sit in front of the camera, pick your favorite spot in your house, be it the balcony, be it your sofa, and let's come together. So what you do is that you use Google Meet, you initiate the call, and by about 10 o'clock, you send the link, everybody come together, and then you bring a beer, and you cheers with them. So this is where you start to do whatever your social activity you always do. Right lah, lim jiu lah, kampe ah, coffee ah. Then you all don't talk property. You all just meet up and say how you cope with this period ah. And then just chit chat. And guess what? You start to inject your property related stuff into the conversation. Walao, interest rate dropped so low now leh. Last year 2+%, and my client managed to refinance for 1.3%, and recently saved about 3,600 per year going forward on installment. Then after that, conversation goes on, they will start to ask you about it. You can start to show them the Instant Pro calculator, ask them about how much they buy, and as an example, I show you the screen here. For somebody who bought a $1 million, their installment will drop from 2.8 to 2.5, and that is a significant saving the bigger the quantum. Okay, so then you can go on to chit chat with them. Hey guys, did you go and apply for the defer installment program, or pardon the spelling mistake, defer installment program? Okay, and this is how you demonstrate to them that you can actually do all this. Okay, so the conversation revolve around how are you, what kind of family, interesting things, catch up, and then update them on the property. No selling, only relationship building. And you'll be surprised, one of them may start to reveal to you that they need some help. Okay, and that's where you come in. So this is the best time. Every day, do at least 3 of it. Okay? So, next is for those of you who have no friends. I hope you have, but if you have no friends, then what you can do next is to do what we call the airplane meal merge. Okay, use a condo that you want to target, can even be the condo that you currently stay in. In fact, if it's a condo that you're currently staying in, that will be the best, because your mailer will be free, you don't even need stamp, you practically can deliver yourself. Okay, for some condo they don't have the latch. But if you have the latch type, then no choice, you go by the regular post, because postage services is considered essential, so it's still on. So how to do mail merge using our app? You may want to talk to your leader. Okay, it is actually quite simple. Just choose the condo that you want or the commercial property, and then do an airplane mail merge. But of course, commercial property is useless now lah. Nobody goes there at the moment, right? So then after that, you actually think about what else to do is go into AAG tools, go under opportunity spotlight feature, and in this feature you will see that you have 3 things: fire sale scanner to look for fire sale deal that's going to happen a lot in the next few months, and then most importantly is that you can go into the EC 5-year MOP, because this is where you get all the upcoming MOP. And remember, people who are going to MOP, many of you think that they are sellers, but let me tell you, they are actually buyers. That is your pool of buyers, because they may not have used you to sell their property, but maybe they already sold their property or going to sell the property, and they're looking for things to upgrade and buy. So you push your listing to them at this point in time, they may become your buyers, especially for those of you who do new launches. Okay, so next would be HDB MOP. Now, research has shown that every time after such a crisis, HDB market will go up, or rather, price may not go up, but the demand will go up, because there will be a lot of them who downgrade from their condo to HDB, and they really can take a lot of so-called older property, because for them, they may want to prefer to buy in full cash. Okay, so this is a less known feature in our app. A lot of people didn't know unless you have attended my class. right, there is actually a hidden feature for you to find out all the newly MOP properties. I'm not referring to BTO, I'm referring to resale MOP. It could be an old building in a HDB flat, and 5 years later the owner bought 5 years ago, now they need to sell. So this feature is hidden. Where can you find it? Well, to start off, let's say for example I want to target Bishan. So you just type Bishan into Instant Pro under the HDB tab. Remember to switch to HDB tab first. Then you type Bishan, and then all the Bishan will come out. You just choose any block, it doesn't matter. Then from there, you choose the first option called HDB block info. And in the HDB block info, you will see that there is an estate. Okay, there is an estate. So because you have choose Bishan, you will see the Bishan estate over there. Now you just need to tap on Bishan estate. Just tap on it, and the screen will pop up and ask you whether you want to print the MOP labels for those who just completed their 5-year MOP. These are resale MOPs. Okay, if you want BTO MOPs, you can always refer back to Orange T's mobile app. Orange T mobile app now has a BTO list of BTO blocks function. You can refer to that. Okay. Next will be HDB prospecting. Now there are times when you need to target a specific HDB block. Okay. So you want to target a specific HDB block. All you need to do is just search for that particular block. For example, 184 Bishan Street 13. Then you arrive at this screen where you normally see for sale for rent, and you scroll down, you will see resident phone book. Now from the resident phone book, you can actually click on the option button on the upper right corner, and you can again similarly generate a mailing label for the entire block. So this strategy is to target specific block. For example, your customer say, I only want block 184 because my parents stay in that block. I just want to be able to walk up and down in the same block. Then this is how you target by block. Okay? So that is the stage 1 of our prospecting, which you can do from home. And stage 2 is when we go into marketing listing. So in marketing listings, right, I'm pleased to announce to you that we have come up with some initiative for you. Okay, the first initiative is actually, remember earlier I told you your Property Guru listing cover photo is very important, because people are searching from Property Guru listing, they are deciding which listing to see, which listing to choose. So at that moment, if your listing is ugly or maybe your owner's furniture is very messy, then you won't be able to get very good response. Okay, so here as part of this framework, I'm going to give you a free virtual staging on your cover photo. Alright, absolutely free. So you can entitle to 1 free cover photo for each of your listing. Okay, but if you want additional one, will be of course at $25 per photo, which is my cost price. Okay, so how it works is you are able to get you just send us the photo, we will digitally remove the furniture. If there's a lot of messy furniture, then we will overlay our own modern furniture for you. Now this is what we call virtual staging. In the market, people actually hire staging company, bring in furnitures, and then line up everything, only to realize that every month they are incurring costs. Whereas in this case, what you really need is the call. So by doing virtual staging, you get the call. So virtual staging, of course, some people may find that, are we misleading the consumer? The answer is no, because you just need to tell consumer that, sir, furniture doesn't come with the house. You know, huh? We put the furniture there is for you to see how it looks like with the furniture, but it's not inclusive. So for me, when I do this, I always put the furniture inside the this description inside the Property Guru listing. I would say furniture are not included. Furnitures are style for reference only. Okay, and of course when people call you, you might want to repeat the same thing. Okay, so let me show you some example of the free cover photo staging that I'm talking about here. Okay, so as you can see from Property Guru listing, there are 3 listings here that I model it in, and you notice that the top and the bottom is actually the same property. Alright, the first one and the third one is the same property. The third one is the owner's original ugly furnitures, and then the third one is the modern furniture. Okay, so this is how the original photo look like, right? So of course owner's furniture is still there, but it doesn't help to bring out the house. So what we do is that you send us this photo, we will digitally touch up for you and it become like this. See the difference? Before, after. Did we change the house? Did we renovate the house? No. Did we physically alter the house? No. All we did is just change the furniture from modern to a modern one. And this one, outside, there are people who do this for you as a service, but at AAG, you get it for free. Okay, and to show you a different variation of it, this is another variation of the same house. Okay, and of course you can also do that for the bedroom. Original bedroom look like this, but the moment you use our free virtual staging service, it will become like that. Before, after. Okay, next thing that I want to mention is this thing called virtual 360 staging. Okay, just now that one is for photo. Whereas this one is something to do with our current virtual tour system. In this system, we allow you to apply the virtual staging in 360, alright, using just our service, and you just need to send us your virtual tour. We help you stage the furniture and we return back to you at only $75. So let me show you how this thing looks like. Give me a moment. I will switch over to my browser. See whether you can see my browser from here. Okay, this is what we call a virtual staging. Okay, let me switch over to the browser. Can you all see the browser? If you can, please let me know. Okay. Can somebody please let me know in the chat group that you can see the browser? Can you all see my browser? Somebody please let me know. Wow, there's about 434 of you right now. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. Now, this is a landed house that is currently totally empty. It's actually done with our virtual tour. As you can see, it's totally empty, and this is what the original house is. But with our virtual 360 staging, you send us your panel photo, we turn it into this. Yes, instantly, within a few days, we put in ultra realistic furniture for you that is done with the lighting in mind. Meaning, if the light comes from the right side of the house, the furniture will have shadow cast on the opposite side. And look at how real this is. And we even give you, put for you a plant. And look at how real the plant is. And we even help you put the photo on the wall. So originally, if you look back, there is no photo here, there is no plant here. So we help you put the plants and the painting, okay? And next moment, you see all the furniture inside there. And I can tell you, because of this, my call rate went up. My customer interest to view this property is significantly enhanced versus an empty house. This house doesn't look appealing versus this house. Instantly, it's a modern house, but when they call me, I will say furniture is not included. I'll tell them, sorry, furniture is not included. I would say something like, thanks for viewing this, interest in viewing this house. Just let you know that the furnitures are not included, the one that you saw, the link that I gave you. And normally they will reply, yeah, I don't need the furniture, I have my own. So because these type of big houses, normally this is the case. Okay, so let me just move back to my slides. Hopefully you all can see my slides. Okay. Let's see. Okay, where is my slides? Okay, so can you all see my slide? Okay, let me see. Okay, give me a moment. Let me switch over to my slides. Okay, I hope you can see my slide already. So this virtual staging costs you only $75. I'm giving to you at my cost price. Right, I work with some interior designer. They will do it in 3D for us, and then we will give it back to you, and you have a beautiful virtual tour. Alright, if your virtual tour have some furniture, I haven't tried that, but they told me they can remove the furniture. Okay, so this is really amazing difference. So to show you the proof, right? Recently, because the market is bad, you definitely expect a lot of low borders. So one low border came in on my $11,000 listing, came in and said that my budget is only 8.9. I don't want to come and view and waste your time if it's not okay. So obviously this is a standard low ball script. So I will just reply him. I said, thank you for, I said, yeah, true, I agree with you. You shouldn't waste time. Our owner already have a last offer of 9K on hand, and I'm afraid that this is out of your target range for this lovely house. And I purposely put the virtual tour link with the new furniture, because on my internet one is without the furniture, but the one with the furniture is when they call me, I send to them. And then as a result of that, guess what happened? You look at that, say, instead of saying, okay, it's okay, thank you very much, he start to ask me more questions. Do you have video of the room? And then the interest level change. So this is the magic of virtual tour, make your listing stand out. Especially if you're competing with other agent, this will make your listing stand out. Okay, so moving on. So third is the 招牌菜 of today, the signature dish of today. Alright, why is this a signature dish? Virtual tour is for people who have already taken the virtual tour before this circuit breaker. For the rest of you, you have a problem. Number one, you haven't taken your virtual tour. Number two, this is a new customer that you haven't even met before. For example, you listen to me, you did some prospecting, and when you did the prospecting, you got some call, and they give you the permission to market. But then how? Don't just market with picture, market with video. So to do what all the professional video out there that you've seen before, in the past you have to physically go there to take the video. Right? Today we're going to introduce to you our AAG remote video production service. Alright, it's a brainchild of our dear Johnny Ng and Paul Xiao, as well as with the rest of the AAG media department, who brainstormed and came up with this lovely idea. And because I love the idea so much, I top up onto their idea to give you free YouTube marketing service plus Facebook sponsored ad just for this period. Okay, so how does it work? Right, so obviously we can't go over to the owner's house, so this is what we do. You will actually send a 1-minute video to your owner, and this 1-minute video to the owner is to teach the owner how to take video properly for you. Alright, it is a 3-second video. Ask him to take a series of 3-second video one by one, and then send the photo to you. Alright, so how does this look like? Let me show it to you. Okay, I hope you can see my screen from here. Okay, so how do you do that is if I show you the shooting video. So I'm going to just show you a quick one only so that you can view it for the rest of the time. Okay, so basically you send such a video to your owner, and the video to the owner will give them step by step, step 1, step 2, tip 1, tip 2, how to record, where to put your camera, and so on. And then we give them an example of how to shoot, left and right. They just need to follow all these series of instruction, and then we will just show them how this is done. Okay, after you send it the video to them, okay, obviously from there they will be able to see how this let me see how this video is shoot, and then the owner will shoot it for you. Okay, after they shoot it for you, most owner doesn't know how to use email attachment and all that, so we introduce our WhatsApp ability. So all the customer need to do is, after they take all the series of short videos for you, forward to you in WhatsApp. Okay, forward to you in WhatsApp. All owner today sure know how to attach video from their phone one, for sure. Okay, after they send to you already, then you submit the photos and videos via our online form. And with the online form, our AAG media department will assemble for you all the videos together into an animated series for only $10. To be frank, actually we wanted to give it free to you, but we discussed and decided we don't want to have abuse, so we put $10, just a nominal fee, to cover Johnny's time for doing this for you. Okay, and a good thing is that we just hire a full-time video editor, so they will help us as well. So with this, you send back the video, and what you get in return is we give you back a video that will include overlay text plus even voice over. Yes, professional recorded voice over, not computer voice over. Okay, to read out the key point, complete with music for you. Okay, so to show you how this looks like, let me just bring you to the page. Okay, and in the page we'll show you, this is one example of the video. Okay, by the way, this video is done by Dan Ho. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can listen to the audio, but in this video you will be able to see how there is a voiceover.
Excellent location in the heart of CBD. Functional kitchenette for those who love to cook. Spacious bedrooms for your family. Soak-in bathtub to unwind. Space for your clothing collection. Floor-to-ceiling windows let in plenty of natural light. Outdoor kitchen for your favorite Asian cooking. Come home to this amazing view.
And you will end off with your face and photo.
Real estate consultant to find out more. AAG, the #1 top division in orange tea and tie.
Alrighty, so this is what you get. This is what you get for just sending us a series of short clip. We turn it into a professional looking video for only $10. Alright, so let's move on. Now, in the slides, okay, so agent will then market the video, and for us, we will do the YouTube marketing for you. We will optimize your YouTube to make sure that it ranks higher in YouTube. And then on the Facebook, we also post into our own Facebook page called Recommended Listing. Then I personally pump in funds to help you boost your listing into a sponsored ad, right? So this is all to help you have the visibility, and your owner will be impressed. Can you imagine your owner just send you this script to you, and then the next day you return back them a link that has all the amazing video plus music plus voiceover? I tell you, you sure score point. Okay, you sure score point. Okay, so moving on. Now, in this last part will be the free YouTube marketing and Facebook ad campaign that we will do for you as part of this $10. I repeat, it is only $10. Okay, so and that completes the marketing stage. So now marketing, no problem. No video, no problem. Get video easily. Professional video easily. Alright? So let's move on to the next stage. Right? Oh, by the way, this is brought possible to you because we have an amazing team behind our AAG media department. So I would like to give them the honor. Alright? Headed by Johnny Ng, okay, together with Paul Sell and Jose and Charlotte. All of them are our very hardworking, very selfless individual to make this possible. Of course, we have also BB who didn't make in time to take this photo. Okay, right? So, do you guys appreciate what they have done? Now, if you have, can you do me one favor to thank them? To thank my department, AAG Media Department. I need you to later or maybe right now go to YouTube, search for AAG Real Estate, and you see our AAG Real Estate channel, and then on the right side there's a subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But if you already subscribed, please don't unsubscribe. Okay, thank you. Okay, so moving on. So that's our next will be the next stage. Now that you market so well, you get so many calls, all want to view. How? Cannot view. How? Very simple. That's why we come to the next stage. For those of you who are lucky one, you have already done your virtual tour. Good for you. You just simply send them the virtual tour link and say, sorry, I'm not allowed to do viewing, but here is the actual unit. But mark my word, definitely got some of you will close deal this way because there's many tenants now out there worry about next month no house. So if you have a virtual tour and they can tour the house and they will be able to appreciate the house flow, layout and view, I can tell you, you can conclude a deal through this way. Okay? But for the rest of you who have not have the chance to do virtual tour, but you have the virtual tour device, well, here's the next thing that we can do for you. If you have some way to pass the virtual tour device to the owner, which later I will describe to you how to, and with the owner picking up the virtual tour, you just need to ask the owner take virtual tour for you using your device. And you must be thinking, Lester, 笑我. I myself also cannot connect the virtual tour and all that. You ask me to pass to the owner, how the owner able to do virtual tour in such a short time? Let me come show you the easy way. So the easy way will be, so let me show you the easy way. Easy way will be simply taking the virtual tour device. Of course, virtual tour you can just need to on. So you need to tell the owner how to on. And then once the owner on, there is a button to shoot the virtual tour. Now obviously, owner don't have a tripod, don't have a proper equipment. I don't even need the owner to connect this to their phone. Too late already. All you need to do is just ask the owner, stand there and put like that. That's all. Exactly. Press the button. So stand like that. Okay? And press the button. Stand at the living room, right at the center of the living room. Take the button, press. Go into the master room, press. Go into whatever part of the house balcony, press. Alright? Of course, press like that, we'll see the hand, see the body and all that. So that's where this service come in. Alright, again, this service is an AAG first and AAG only. Right? Let me show you. Okay, so looking at my slide, right? So how this works is that when you send the virtual tour device to them, they take already, then they return back to you. Obviously, you will see their head. So what we do for you is that we magically remove them from the floor. Okay, we remove for you free of charge. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, again, let me show you an example from the script from our browser. Just give me a moment. will switch over to my browser and I'll show you the difference before and after. So this is the virtual tour of the before. Okay, this is the virtual tour of the before. If you all can see my screen. Alright, so if you look around, this is what I just took at my one of the corridor. Okay, so I just hold on top of my head like that and ask the owner, shoot. So the owner shoot. Then after that, I take back the device and our service will help you blur it like that. Just help you blur like that. Of course, some of you may know how to blur this way. Please go ahead and blur it yourself. Did you realize that it's good enough already? You can't even see the owner inside there. Okay, if you know how to blur it, you blur it yourself. If you doesn't know, send it to us. We'll do it for you. Hand also disappear, hair also disappear, body also disappear. Just like that. Amazing, isn't it? But that's how we can do it for you. And suddenly you got a virtual tour of the house. That's what this is about. Okay? So going back to our slide. Okay? So going back to our slide. So I hope you like it. This is for those of you who haven't had time to do virtual tour. This is the time to do it. You must be asking me how to pass the virtual tour device to the owner. Well, I'm sure you can figure out some way to pass to him. If not, later I will share with you some way. Okay? So moving on. Next will be for remote viewing. So for example, your customer has already viewed the house, viewed the virtual tour, or for example, you don't have the virtual tour. Because you don't have the virtual tour, and then you show them the video that we did just now. Don't confuse between virtual tour and video. Virtual tour is where you can control and look left, look right, look up, look down. Video is just a linear motion with voiceover, with music and so on. It's two different elements. But video is a marketing to create interest, but it is not able to help the customer make a decision because he cannot really see the entire house from there. But with virtual tour, they can actually feel that they are actually there. But if you don't have virtual tour, then the next best thing is do what we call a remote virtual viewing. Okay, so to do virtual viewing, you have to do a live meeting with the owner, the client, and yourself as an agent. Now we at Orange Tea is very lucky because we actually have the ability to initiate a Google Meet for free. In other company, other agency, if they are not belong to Google Meet, they can't be able to do that. So they didn't sign up for the G Suite, they won't be able to do that. So their agent unable to initiate a Google Meet. Google Meet is free for joining, but to start a meeting, you need to be a G Suite subscriber, which in Orange Tea, every one of us are. So all you need to do is to initiate a meeting through Google Meet and then connect the owner and the tenant into a live view. So the owner will be at his house, you at your own house, and the tenant in his own in her own study room or her own office. And this is how this works. Ready? So, remote viewing, let me show you how we do a remote viewing as a demo right now. Take a look. Let's go to Google Meet. So you go to Google Meet, and in Google Meet, you will just simply tap on New Meeting. At the moment, there is a New Meeting button, right? Click on the New Meeting button, and of course, you can mute yourself or you can hide the camera view, alright? But you don't want to do that because you want to be able to talk to them and you want to be able to let them see you, okay? Then after that, what you do is that you initiate a new meeting, and with the new meeting, you will then invite in the tenant and the owner. So you click on New Meeting, the software will generate into a new meeting room, and then give you a sharing code, okay, which is meet.google.com/ some code. right? You don't have to remember this code. You just need to click Share Joining Info at the bottom. And once you click on Share Joining Info button, you can actually choose who you want to share, invite into this meeting room. Okay, so you can click on WhatsApp to share the link, but some of you the WhatsApp may be hidden away. You just need to slide across to review WhatsApp from the bottom. Then you click on WhatsApp, and then you choose who you want to invite for this call. So you look for the tenant, you look for the landlord. You can actually invite 2 person and 3 person all at one go, but each of them will receive the message individually. They won't be put into a chat group, don't worry. Each of them will receive an individual message from you as if you have privately sent them. So you don't need the phone number and all that, you can delete away because that's more for the US use. For Singapore, we don't. So we only need the meeting URL. Then from there, before you hit send, you type some message like, "Dear owner and tenant, right, let's meet up for a virtual viewing later at 3 p.m. as discussed," and so on. You set a time to do that. Okay, you set a time to do that, and you can trigger the meeting, and then after that you hit send. Then when you hit send, all of them will get the link, and you just need to wait until the time comes. When the time comes, it doesn't matter whether are they from Orange Tea or not, they can join this chat group. But when they join this chat group, because they don't belong to Orange Tea, they will pop up a screen to tell you that to give permission to do so. So for example, this pop up from somebody outside of Orange Tea, you just click allow, and then your owner will be able to come in. Now this is Mr. Owner who's going to show us his landed house. Okay, so we wait for the tenant to come in a short while. Tenant coming in already. All right, tenant is here. So the tenant is here, and tenant is Miss Hui Ting. Okay, so from here they will then view the house together. As an agent, you can actually control and tell them to look left, look right. For example,
I'm going to ask the landlord, so I click on the pin here to shift the screen up here. So Mr. Landlord, wow, now your house looks so pretty, yeah? Can you show us, show the tenant is here. Can you show the tenant whether your house can park 2 cars? How is the space?
So you can ask the owner to show whether can park 2 cars. The owner will just pan across.
Okay, very nice.
Then you can even talk to the owner.
Hey, don't keep quiet, man. Say hello.
Yeah, not that big enough.
Okay, cool. So landlord, so we can pin it in so that it's always on the top.
When you press pin, the view will stay in view.
Landlord, tenant is here. Tenant, you want to ask the landlord to show any part of the house? Just
There's a pond there. You can show the pond on the left hand side.
Yeah, there's a swimming pond. Is it a swimming pool?
No.
No.
So at this moment, the tenant can actually ask,
There's something inside.
ask about the house, tell the owner to look left, look right, show me up, show me down.
Spawn into a bathtub. Japanese will love bathtub. Hui Ting will love soaking inside there. Okay, let's move on. Mr. Landlord. Let's take a look at the side of the back of the house, shall we?
You have a backyard, right?
Yeah, we have a backyard. Yeah, you, Miss Tenant, you asked about the backyard whether it's big enough. So let's ask the landlord to show you. Okay, landlord, while standing here, can you show us the neighbor? Can you just take a look at the neighbor's house on the left side? Okay, also not a bad house. Okay, is it a Chinese family?
Yes.
Okay, come, let's move on. So if I want to see the phone bigger, I will rotate my phone and it will become bigger, and then we can see that. Okay, so landlord, would you want to show the tenant how big is the backyard? You can stop here.
Okay, wait ah. How many I need to enter something ah. Wait ah. Okay, come. Start.
Okay, come,
Okay,
let's...
come here.
No,
Okay.
move back a little bit, move back a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, from here we can see, show the how big is the backyard.
Okay, if I see there's a laundry space, right?
Yeah.
Okay, move down a little bit, okay. Right, so can you move towards the tree? Okay, let's, from the tree, can you show the tenant the house, how the house looks like from the back? Okay, just slowly turn around. Okay. Alright, to the right, continue to the right, don't need to go up, continue to the right. Okay, go down, yes. There's a nice flower over there. Daniel, want to take a look at the flower?
Yeah, it's quite a very small garden.
Yeah, small garden behind, right? You can put your...
Right.
Wow, nice flower. Okay. Alright, so let's move forward to the house. Conversation with the tenant.
So once the conversation is ended, you can actually
Landlord.
kick out anyone out of the meeting. So you can actually kick out the landlord or the tenant out of the meeting, and usually we kick out the owner so that we can continue to talk to the tenant. So you ask the tenant, how's the house just now, face to face, you can talk to the tenant, because since you're already in a video call, so you can actually physically remove. Okay, now apologize for the video being a bit lagging because I am actually playing from my screen and streaming out to you. But later, after this presentation is over, I will share the link to you in YouTube. All this link of how do you see the whole instruction. Okay, but to share with you how to do this in Google Meet, very simple. Download Google Meet, click on New Meeting at the button, share the joining code, and then select WhatsApp, and then send the meeting code to the customer. The customer will just click the link and they can join. If they don't have Google Meet installed, they will trigger them to download Google Meet, which is free and downloads in a very fast manner. Okay, so moving on. Moving on. So that is part of our viewing strategy for the framework. Okay, now we move on to the final stage, which is the most important, the closing stage. So in the closing stage, first, by now you should already know how to do PDF digital signing. So to sign PDF document, you can actually download some apps on Android phone, but for iPhone is built-in signing already. If your customer is using iPhone, you can sign directly without downloading any app. So I've included two QR code here, and or you can actually type the URL at the bottom, tinyurl.com/sign-iPhone for iPhone customer, and then the other link is for Android customer. So what you do is that when you want your customer to sign the document, right, so you basically send this link to the customer and say, sir, please look at this quick video tutorial that show you how to sign PDF on your phone. Okay, they may not have printer, you see. Then if let's say, for example, your document is not in PDF format, you can actually download some apps. Like for example, my favorite app would be in the past Cam Scanner, but now my favorite app is this app called Scannable by I forgot the name, but I'll send you the link to the apps later. Okay, so this is how you okay. So moving on, would be the remote handover. So just now we talked about how do you hand over, do remote viewing. So now we are doing remote handover. So in remote handover, basically it's the same thing like what we did just now, except that instead of looking at the house, you are actually going through the house with the owner, with the tenant. So how it works is this. First, you make sure that the owner already prepared the key, everything inside the house. Or you pick up the key from the owner, which later I'll share with you how to do that. And then you make sure that the house is in a handover condition. Okay, everything just make sure that it's ready for handover. And then key, everything is okay. Inventory you already done, you send to each other. Everybody printed a copy, put it inside the house. And then you ask the tenant, you will then deliver the key to the tenant. Once the tenant have the key, the tenant will go to the house himself, open up and go inside there. Once he go inside there, you will do a Google Meet with them. Do a Google Meet with her, and then from there you go through the house with her part by part. So you take the camera, okay? So you take the camera, and same thing is a Google Meet, right? So you go through the house, and then you all can talk as if you're there. So you can say that, okay, ma'am, you want to take a look whether is there any defect in the house. Then you will look around and then you will see, oh, there's a crack over there. So you will go over there, bring the phone and show you the crack. The moment you show you any defect, what you do is you just need to screenshot on your phone. Everything he show you, you just screenshot. That becomes the picture for your defects report later. Then he went through the files, everything reported already. Last thing is go to the key. So when he go to the key, he will point at the key with the camera. You will explain what's the key for. So you may say something like, oh, the left key is actually the master room, all labeled nicely. And then there's 3 remote control and so on. And then if it's okay, please sign the inventory over there. Then you just sign. Simple as that. Now, for this, we also prepare a video example for you, but I think the video may be very lagging, so I'm not going to play it. What I will do is I'll send you the link to the video. But in the example video, I show you that I connect with the landlord and the tenant in the house. The landlord is at her home and the tenant is at the property. And then you are at your home. But after I did this video, I think through, I realized actually it's not a good idea to bring in the landlord for this. Okay, so I correct myself. Please do not bring in the landlord when you do a handover this way. Because if the tenants start to complain the house here, complain this, complain that, your landlord is going to hear it firsthand. You're going to have a hard time managing both sides. So just go through the house with the tenant privately. You can do it in 2 steps. You go through with the landlord privately first. The landlord may bring you through the house, what he had bring, what kind of key he had left behind. Then he leave the house. Then you deliver the key to the tenant, and then the tenant take the key, go in. Then you connect the tenant directly and again. Okay, so this is how you can do it. So I'm going to skip the video for this time. I will send you the link. It will be exactly the same. Okay, but I just fast forward to show you the important part. Okay, so what will happen is that you will connect with them, and the tenant will start to point to you where is the defect. Okay, through the video. As long as he don't move his hand, right, he don't shake, you'll be able to capture a very sharp image of the defect. Just take a screenshot. Okay, after you take a screenshot already, you can also go through the key remotely and inventory and let them sign, and then he can take a photo of the inventory and send you back. He will be very grateful. Yes, this is a bit of cumbersome, but he will be very grateful to you that he's going to be able to do that. Okay, he's able to do that because to him is nobody wants to meet me to hand over the house, and you are the only one that do the handover the house. Okay, so far so good. So, but that's not all. All these things, talk, at the end of the day is about how do you bring the document to each other? How do you bring the key to each other? If you cannot go and meet them, you cannot go out, then how? Right? I'm pleased to announce to you, from today, we're going to introduce AAG Courier Service. This service will allow you to bring item from 3 locations: point A, point B, and point C. Okay? Pickup time is about 30 minutes from the time you activate this service. Within 30 minutes, somebody will show up at your door to pick up whatever you want to send. Can be a key for the owner, for the tenant, can also be the documents for each party to sign. Okay? And I might even allow you to transport your 360 camera to your customer. But at the moment, I would temporarily discourage that because unless this person is somebody you trust, right? For example, this is your classmate. Last night you did a drinking session online with her or him, and he wanted to sell his house, and you trust him, then have my courier pick up 360 camera from your house and send it to the buyer's home, and let the buyer take the way that I show you just now above the head. This is only for people that you trust, because we're not going to be responsible for your customer keeping the camera and don't return back to you. Okay, so how this works is this. In what scenario you will use this service? For example, you need to deliver a OTP original to be signed. So you have actually emailed the soft copy to the owner. So the owner will sign and then deliver back to you. In some cases, you may have to do 3 points, because you may need the owner to sign the tenancy agreement, the tenant to sign agreement, and yet both of them don't have printer. If both of them don't have printer, then you will be the one that have to send to them. So it's point to point, right? 3 points. So from A point is probably the owner print out by himself, then he sign. So point A is your owner. So you activate my service to go to your owner's house to pick up the signed document, and then my dispatch rider will courier this to point B. Point B will be your tenant, sign. After that, from their side already, bring back to you, which is the point C. Now some of you may be asking, then what about the witness? But technically you can witness, but if you really want to comply with this, very simple, ask the tenant when he's signing, right? Do a Google Meet with you so that you can witness the signing in Google Meet. And then same thing for landlord. When the landlord is signing, you do a Google Meet and witness the signature. If you really want to be very compliant, you can do that. Okay? So we just did a trial run with Douglas today. So Douglas suddenly got an urgent document and he know that I'm introducing this service. So he requests for me to let him trial run. And guess what? Right? It took him 30 minutes to activate the service. Within 30 minutes, the service came, pick up the document from him in mask, and then by the time the document reached the customer, maybe his customer is not so far. The whole process from the moment he activate the service to the moment that it reached the customer is only 45 minutes. And best of all, actually, yes, he told me yesterday his agent activated some courier service and the service cost him $26. Yes, $26. But fortunately, for me, for us, right, we are introducing this service to you, AAG courier service, for $0, absolutely free, so that you can do your business as usual or business as unusual, where you have rider to move the document around, move the key around, pick up the key from the landlord, pass the key to the tenant, do remote handover, done deal. Okay, but please don't abuse the service. I will be monitoring. If you activate too many times in a short time, then I will question you. How come? Please don't abuse. All this come from my money. I actually dedicated funds to do all this for you at my cost. So please don't abuse it. Alright, so for your first delivery is free. Subsequent one will be $5. Okay, so every one of you will get one free delivery. Okay, subsequent one just $5, which is still dirt cheap. I lose money this one. Okay, but if it help you, I'm happy to do so. Okay, what do you think? Do you like this service? If you like it, please let us know in the chat group. Right, any question? Any questions so far? Alright, so if no question, I'll move on. Okay, if you got any question, please feel free to send it inside there so that I can see it. Okay. Right, moving on. So ladies and gentlemen, this complete the whole big picture of what we call AAG Business Continuity Framework 2020. In your four stages of your real estate work, all the way from prospecting, marketing, viewing, and finally closing, every stage I got solution for you so that you can still continue the service. Obviously, if you can defer all these things like viewing and defer the handover, please do so. Okay, that would be the best. But if you have no choice, you cannot defer it. If you cannot defer it, then this is the next best way. And when this next best way, I can tell you, your customer will be very thankful that at least you got a solution for them. Rather than, I have to wait until this all over. You have all this solution to help your customer. But if you can defer, please defer. This is like 没有办法中的办法. If there's no choice, this is the choice, right? So ladies and gentlemen, this is our AAG business continuity framework. Okay? And what should you do in this period, in this meantime? Well, what you should do is that you should attend all the Orange Tea training program that's lined up for you. Okay? We have just did our very first one with Steven at 3 p.m. Okay, giving us an idea of the stability during this crisis. And next Monday, we will have some idea of digital marketing from Desmond. So you screenshot this and pick up what you want to view. My personal suggestion is support our IVU, who is covering 2 topics here. And of course, a few of our AAG like Raymond. But I would suggest you view everything because it's good to learn from different masters. And of course, Christine Sun one you should attend. Christine Sun is our research department that will analyze the market trend for you, so that when you go for your cold call coffee session with your customer, remember I told you, customer lim jiu through Google Meet, you must know what to talk from the market because of what you learn from there. Alright, so you need to do lim jiu session for yourself with your customer. And I encourage you to please clear your CPD during this time, because when market later after this pick up, I can tell you the floodgate open, you'll be going to be very busy. Alright, it has already happened in China. After China lockdown, lift up, wow, all the people scramble to go and view property, buy property, rent property, because they already know what they want. They did the research of 1 whole month at home, so they're very clear what they want. When the floodgate open, they go in and they grab. So suddenly you realize that the market may turn a bit hot after that, right? Because of what I call the pent-up demand, right? So you have to start accumulating listing so that when pent-up demand comes, you can service it. Okay, and I encourage you to learn new skill from YouTube, because a lot of very good tutorial over there, a lot of things that I learned from there. Actually, I also watching a lot of YouTube myself. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, AAG, please exercise, because if you don't exercise, this is what is going to happen to you. After we're going to exit from coronavirus, you will wonder, how are you going to exit from that door? Because every one of you is going to grow fat, including myself. Okay, I have already experienced it. You are sitting all day walking, hardly walking, and then you're eating more because you're so bored, right? So that is where we encourage you to do exercise. So how do you do exercise? We also got solution for you. Alright? So with this, we will encourage you to every morning watch this video to do your own mass dancing at home. You can bring in your family, even my young girl can follow, so can you. Okay, so this is how you can do it, right? You just go and QR code, scan the QR code, and then you can follow our AAG dance done by Jose. So every morning, please scan this QR code, save the link. Right at the bottom, there's a link called tinyurl.com, okay, /AAG dance, right? And every morning you wake up, ask your whole family, play this music loud, put on your earphone and start dancing. If you got a TV that can watch YouTube, please go and bring this into your YouTube, do a cast to your YouTube. Whole family dance. It's gonna be very good exercise for you. Every day, dance 3 set, 5 set. Morning once, dinner, after dinner, before sleeping once, but we could not after that. So with this, you'll be able to exercise and keep yourself fit. Because why? When the market open up, floodgate open, you're gonna be very busy, a lot of viewing, you find yourself walk up, walk down, walk up, walk down all the houses. I tell you, if you don't exercise now, at that time you will be very chuan. Then you probably sit on the first floor and ask the tenant go up yourself and video call you because you're so used to video call. Alright? So please scan this. Right? I want to thank the AAG Media Department and our AAG Youth Wing, Douglas, Lisa, and all the amazing dancers that make this video possible. And why this video is outdoor, because so that you can make you look forward to getting out of the house. So you very low morale in the house, but when you see this video, dance and outdoor, you follow. After that, your motivation go up, morale also go up. Right? Thanks to Jose for doing the video editing. Okay? Right, so that's the end of our AAG Business Continuity Framework. Right? Brought to you by the AAG management team and all the division heads who came in with me to do a lot of last minute brainstorming. I chose some ideas, and we even meet until 1 AM in the morning. Can you believe it? On Google Meet, right? And then the sort of idea. So I'm very thankful that because of the AAG management team and division head, I hope that you find our AAG Business Continuity Framework very practical, very useful for you, I hope. Right? So I'd like to leave you with this quote before I end. Okay. Before I end, I want to ask whether is there any questions you have so far? Any question that you have so far? Let me just address some question. Any questions so far? Please type into the screen so that I can see. Any question? Any question? Okay, so alright. Any question? Alright, so not to worry if you got any question. What we'll do is that we will send out oh yeah, talking about that. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna send out a link, what I call the AAG support chat group. Okay, this chat group is specially started for just this period. Okay, to support all of you in case you got technical problem or in case you got some doubt because you don't know whether can do or cannot do. Right now you are asking around and nobody seems to give you a clear answer. But when we all come together, we can share some case study and all that, support each other so that we don't feel lonely. So I'm going to start a chat group and I will send the link out for you all to be invited. And then once you are in, we can use that to chit chat and ask whatever you need to ask during this period. Okay, how to type through this. Any questions so far? Okay, I'm assuming no question. Okay, so the dancing is lagging because I'm doing streaming. But if you view from the YouTube link that I'm going to give you through the, just go to tinyurl.com/AAG dance. You can enjoy the video in full HD quality. Okay, so if you don't have any question, let me see. Any last question? All right. Okay, let me see. All right. So if there's no any more question, thank you very much. I have more than 400 of you in this chat group. In this session today, I'm very grateful to you. All right. I hope that what we lay out for you will help you make more money this month. Right. If any of you close deal through any of the method that I share, any of the thing that I supported, please send me a message and let us know. Right? Send into the chat group because at this moment in time, we need a lot of peer-to-peer support. And the more we give other motivation that, yeah, we close deal this way, I can tell you more and more people will do it. And then overall, it's going to be very good for us. Right? So that's it. Remember to do your AAG dance. Okay? See you.